Hey guys, and welcome back to the SheDanigans podcast. As always, I am your host Daniel, and I appreciate you joining me after a long delay. I know the last time when I first started this podcast, I was like, I know I'm going to do this every week, and things kind of happen in the world where I was like, I don't know if I should really put out a podcast right now. Everybody's attention is somewhere else. So I took some time off and then decided to get back into it. This is the first episode that I am trying something new. I am recording it on my phone to upload to YouTube, and I'm also uploading it, I'm recording it on my microphone to upload it to the podcast channels. Like always, this is like the fourth time I've had to record this because I've run out of space on my phone or been interrupted by a text message or a call or a FaceTime, something to that nature. So hopefully this goes the way I want it to go, but who knows, just bear with me. I appreciate that. A couple things with housekeeping, as always, at the very beginning. The podcast is available wherever, so if you're watching this on YouTube and you're interested in the podcast, it is available on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, anywhere that you can listen to podcasts, and that's courtesy of Anchor, the company that I use to upload the podcast and house the podcast. I know at the very beginning, if you're listening to this on a podcast, you probably heard the ad. I don't think you're going to hear it on YouTube, but if you're thinking of starting a podcast, it's super easy to use Anchor. You just go to anchor.fm, sign up, and start your podcast. You don't need any kind of special equipment. You can record it straight to your phone or computer, whatever you choose to do. They take care of distributing it to all the major podcast host sites. I know that before, I've been podcasting for two and a half years, and it's so easy to use them. I've used a couple different companies, a couple different hosting sites that I've actually had to pay for in the past, and Anchor is totally free. So if you're interested in having a podcast, I highly recommend them. And so, yeah, the vlog is on YouTube, so this is why I'm recording it to upload to YouTube as well. That is the SheDanigans. It's just called SheDanigans. I said SheDanigans Show, but that's the Instagram. So it's called SheDanigans on YouTube. It's a vlog with me, my wife, Nathan, my son sometimes makes appearances, the dog sometimes. Basically, it's just like our everyday, what we do. So if we go shopping, we're in the car, we talk about it, we talk about what we got, we talk about what we're going to do, what's coming up in our lives, what's going on. If we buy something for the baby, because we are expecting, we show you what we got, we show you where we got it. There's a couple unboxings for things that we received for the baby. Just basically our lives. We used to have the In Between Dreams podcast that we kind of got on every single week, and the vlog kind of replaced it because it was just easier to show our day-to-day lives and talk about it through the vlog. So if you don't already, I would appreciate it if you go subscribe there. Totally free, just like the podcast is totally free. So if you do like what you hear, what you see, share it with somebody, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, put it on Twitter, leave a comment, 5-star review on Apple Podcast, whatever it may be, tell somebody. All that stuff is totally free and doesn't cost you a dime to support the show, and I would greatly appreciate it. I couldn't do it, I can't grow the show or the channel without you or anybody else sharing it. So I greatly appreciate those of you that have and continue to do so. It definitely means the world to me. So as I mentioned, the Instagram for the show that I don't use a lot, I want to try to use more, is the handle is SheDanigans Show, so SheDanigans SHOW, all one word. And I don't use it a lot. I want to use it more as more of a marketing tool, so I'm gonna try to post on there a lot. So we'll see if that's a way to build up the followers and the subscribers. I recently made a Facebook page off the Instagram, so that's just SheDanigans on Facebook that you can like. I did that so I don't flood my personal Facebook page with videos and podcast posts, things of that nature. So go give that a like as well. So I think that will do it for the housekeeping. So let's get into the episode. This episode probably won't be that long. Just wanted to get my feet wet again and get back into it, kind of give you guys an update of what's been going on in our lives. So I know that, like, the great mask war of 2020 is going on social media. So hopefully, I appreciate you. Appreciate you joining me. Hopefully, give you a break from that. We try to keep this politically free and news free. Sometimes little comments might go here or there, but I'm not big into that stuff. So this is a place where you can escape all that, and if you choose to. So what's been going on in our lives recently? I think the last podcast we were talking about our gender reveal, I believe. So if you don't know, we are having a baby girl, and our gender reveal, we did a baseball toss, and my fear came true. My biggest fear was that I was going to swing and miss, and unfortunately I did. Played baseball numerous years for that doesn't even make sense, for many years, and first pitch Smith threw it. It's kind of high, but it was easily hittable. I swung and I just completely whiffed. Thankfully that it didn't break, it didn't bust. I have seen videos online where the person swings and misses and it breaks and they find out right there. That would have sucked. So she did. I gave it to her and she threw it again, and thankfully the second time I hit it and it was pink, and we're having a baby girl. So we are due in September. We do have the name picked out. We haven't really told anybody the name yet. A couple people know, but I'm kind of keeping that a secret close to the chest. I don't know when we're going to tell everybody. I know we've talked about like leaving random hints online. I think we're going to tell people before she's born, but I'm not sure when. The name for the girl was very easy to pick. It came to us. We both liked it whenever it was thrown out there, and we knew that was going to be a girl's name. Boy's name, we had no idea what we would have named a boy, so it was kind of a good thing that it was a girl. I know a lot of people have asked me, it's like, how do you feel about a girl? And I feel perfectly fine. I kind of, when I first was told that she was pregnant, I was like, oh, another boy would be awesome. Every guy wants boys. That's just what they want. But I was like, I would be fine with either. I already have a son. I got to do all the boy things. Got to like teach him baseball and go to baseball games. And not to say I can't go to baseball games with my daughter, but it's like the boy stuff. Like I got to already experience that. So a girl is perfectly fine. Man, talking a lot. Gotta catch my breath here. So, one of the things that's going to be a little interesting, a little weird is well, not really weird, but having a kid 16 years apart. Nathan turns 16 in September, and the baby's due at the end of September, so they will be a little over 16 years apart, and so it is basically starting over. But it's a blessing, and I know that she'll look up to Nathan, and Nathan will be a great big brother. It is interesting that like everything baby wise has changed in 16 years. Like the technology, all the stuff that you buy for the registry, like it's all completely different than what it was when Nathan was a baby. So that's been interesting. And it's like, what do you need this for? I was like, I don't know. That didn't exist 16 years ago. So I'm not really sure, but we're all blessed that we're having a baby, having a girl, and we're just praying for a healthy baby and healthy mom, and we'll keep everybody updated through the vlog. And Samantha sometimes records herself talking, giving updates about the pregnancy. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, and she doesn't come on here to the podcast a lot, but if you're interested in her point of view and her words and everything like that about the pregnancy, go check out the YouTube channel, definitely. So that's kind of been the big thing in our lives, as most of you know. Nathan has started baseball. That started in June. We're actually almost done the season, which is kind of crazy. He has a tournament right now up in New Jersey that we both had to work today, so we couldn't go. So we're headed up there in the morning. and then he's got 2 more tournaments after that, and then the season's over, which is crazy because it just started. And unfortunately, they didn't have a spring season because of COVID, and who knows what the future holds. But it's been good to see him be able to play baseball again, be able to watch baseball on his team, and yeah. So hopefully, I know he loves playing, so hopefully that can continue with everything going crazy in the world. Who knows, and if you're listening to this and you play a sport, you have to treat every practice, every game like it's your last, because you don't know what's going to happen. You could get hurt tomorrow, or something like COVID could come and take away your games, your senior season. You may never play again, and so don't take it for granted, because it can be gone in a blink of an eye, and you're gonna miss it. So whenever you're out there, just the goal is to not have any regrets. Whenever you walk away from the game, or whenever the game's taken from you, you want to look back and say that you gave your all. You don't want to look back and say, man, I wish I would have gone a little bit harder right there, a little bit harder in this game or the practice or anything like that. So make sure that you definitely give your all, and don't regret anything. Don't take it for granted. So kind of got a little motivational speech there, but yeah, baseball is back for a little bit. Professional sports are coming back. Baseball starts next week. Basketball is soon after that. NASCAR's been going on. They had fans in the stands at NASCAR the other day, which is a step in the right direction for the world. We've had golf. It'll be interesting to see what happens with baseball, because the writers are all like on this corona high horse type thing. Or, oh my goodness, somebody tested positive. Are they going to shut down? Like, it'll be interesting to see what happens if somebody shuts down, or what happens if somebody gets coronavirus in the World Series and the key player, or the NBA Finals. I mean, I think the NBA is set up for the best success because they're in a bubble. They're isolated from everybody. But, the housekeepers or the people that bring them food, I don't think they're in the bubble. So I think they go home. They're still out of the store, so they could contract it and bring it in. I guess that's a question that I would have, is like, what's going to happen, is because you can't have every single person isolated. So it'll be, and then if somebody breaks the bubble, which a couple people have already, like, what's going to happen. So it'll be interesting to see what happens going forward, and if we do actually get sports. Football, as much as I like football, I'm not so sure it's going to happen. I don't see how it could happen with you're hitting each other and you're in each other's faces for 60 minutes. So it's like, as much as people love it and much as America loves their football, I just don't know how it's going to happen. And with schools, a lot of schools are saying that they're starting the year's social distancing and distance learning, so they're learning online. I don't know how they're going to have fall sports, so some seniors may not get to play their senior year of football, and I know high school football is huge. Like, in some states, like, they live for high school football, so it'll be very interesting to see if they don't go to school, are they still going to have fall sports, and how's that going to play out. So, we're in uncharted territory, so we'll see as it unfolds. It'd be nice if this whole COVID thing would just disappear and we could go back to our everyday lives and back to normal without a mask and fear and people living in fear and all that. So hopefully it's over soon. And I know probably you all hope the same, so we can just get back to normal. The plans for the podcast going forward, it's kind of just going to be the same. I think I might talk about sports a little more than I have in the past. Sports is my passion, so hopefully they come back. If there's a big story that comes out, the Redskins changing their name, or I'm a Cleveland Indians fan, so if they change their name, I want to jump on here and tell you guys my thoughts about it, kind of explain it or anything like that. There's a lot going on with Disney, and if you guys are new here, that Samantha, myself, Nathan, we all love Disney. So kind of go through everything that's happening with Disney and break it down for you guys and give you my thoughts on things. You may not care about that, but it's just something that I can talk about. The episodes probably won't be very long. They'll probably be between 15 to 20 minutes, just because I want to keep them short into a couple topics and not ramble on about random things and have too much of random topics into one episode. I don't know if that would work out as well. So I kind of want to just stick to one specific topic per podcast, and it may not happen that way, but that's kind of what I want to do. I have a couple ideas going forward, so we'll see if they really happen. Hopefully I can keep on top of it. Hopefully I can keep recording podcasts. Hopefully it works out with the YouTube channel, uploading the podcast visually to YouTube. And the next episode is going to be completely about my experience with Peloton. If you guys know me personally, you follow me on social media, you kind of have an idea of what's going on with Peloton, but only outside of people that live in this house, only like 1 or 2 people know the complete story of my Peloton experience, and no, it's not an ad. So if you're watching this and you don't know, it's not an ad. It's like the complete opposite of an ad. So the next episode is going to be completely devoted to my Peloton story from start to, I can't even say finish, start to right now. So I look forward to seeing you guys next time, and I hope that you tune in. I appreciate you watching and listening, however you're getting this podcast, and if you enjoy it, if you have anything you want my opinion on, I do like to play devil's advocate on things, so if there's anything out there that you would like to hear me talk about, go ahead and leave a comment, or shoot out to me on Twitter or Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be, and I'll be sure to touch on the topic that you would like me to talk about. So everybody stay safe out there. I hope everybody's good, and thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Peace.